exponentially so that more people, because get to a tipping point where we're not asking that question anymore. Everybody knows that this is our stuff and we're going to use it for our benefit. I mean, the last part of that is, you need capital in order to invest. And the problem with that is we don't got none. Right? So these businesses come into our community with capital and they invest in our community. Part of the problem is there was deliberate disinvestment in our community for decades. And we are still suffering from the deliberate disinvestment, not just in housing, but in supermarkets, in hospitals. Deliberate disinvestment. I mean, the federal government just sued a company for still deliberately disinvesting in this community. So, our fight against that has been long and hard. So now we have to get people to invest and then capture that investment and use it in a way where we take some of that to grow things that we need to be grown in our community deliberately. That's difficult. It's easy to say that to do that, but you have to do things like inclusionary zoning. You have to do things that force community-based benefits agreements. You have to do things that make people do workforce development in your community. All of those things have to happen, and they are happening in Newark.
And that kind of goes back to being more intentional with our partnerships as well, right? Knowing what our ask is. For example, Think Like a Boss, even Equal Space works closely with Chase, right? Trying to get our people some money, trying to get them some capital, right? Knowing exactly what we're asking when we're partnering with these companies. So that goes back into one of our earlier questions. But we have so many great businesses, bigger businesses coming into Newark. So it's like, okay, that's great. Welcome. Now, what are you gonna do for us?
Right. Right. That's exactly, you hit the nail on the head. That's what we have to be doing. Not just on the government side, but all of us collectively, and then taking part in things that we create, being a part of it.
Yes.
Like, you have to actually be a part of it and actually get in and do something, with it.
And the thing is, sometimes a lot of people think they have all the answers of what we should be doing, and I always bring up the Man in the Arena speech. It's kind of like, why don't you come and do it then? If you have all